Let me put it this way. They may believe it, but they won't like it. A girl from an educated middle class family, a graduate, agrees to consider marrying a man whom she has never met. The boy turns her, all ready to jump on the altar without ever having seen her in this day and age.
They were not total strangers. I mean, they had exchanged videotapes, SMS, talk on the phone, and the boy belonged to our caste.
She had no boyfriends, no affairs.
No, she was a nice girl.
That's your definition of a nice girl then.
Why not? She was a genuine innocent. No one has stopped her from having boyfriend. I had a girlfriend, Catholic, and no one has minded.
How did the marriage pan out?
Okay, I guess she hasn't come home in the 3 years since her marriage.
Not even to see your parents.
She became pregnant, miscarried. He was worried about her frail health, so wouldn't send her home. But she is expecting again.
But your parents didn't mind.
Of course, mother was upset. And we do not keep in touch with her. And I failed to say, she's moving to Bangalore. You know the pressure in our profession.
That's what I mean, Rohit. How can you make a character interesting in a daily serial when you are not interested in her in real life?
That's not fair. I'm fond of my sister. I didn't say that I wasn't.
Sorry, Rohit. The story doesn't work for me. Okay. Take a look at other line. That seems to have more meat. Episode 10, yes.
Radhabai?
Yes, Radhabai.
As the old woman runs down. Imagine, one staircase after another staircase. We can build up suspense. She's aged, arthritic, find it difficult to run. It is her daughter.
There is no lift.
That's why I made it to 4 floors. All city regulations said that you can make to 4 floors without any lift.
I see. Actually, when you come to think of it, if there were a lift there, it wouldn't matter. I mean, as she runs down, stops on each landing, presses the button, but can't bring herself to the bed till the bed, to wait till the lift arrives. So runs down the stairs. How's that?
True enough. This will give more footage on a run. A proper build-up.
So she reaches the gate, and then what happens?
She finds the daughter gone.
That's it. A bit of an anti-climax, isn't it?
That's what in fact had happened. What else can happen?
Okay. That's what you are here to tell me. The scene has to be stronger, much stronger, Rohit.
Okay, all right. Let me think.
Okay.
So what we could do is, when she reaches to gate, her daughter is still there.
Okay.
Mad and heavy. Kids are throwing stones at her. Radhabai chases the kids away and tries to take the daughter in. But her daughter doesn't recognize her mother. Where's my mother? Where's my mother? She raves and pushes Radhabai away.
That's not like it. In fact, that is excellent, Rohit.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
And pull me up if I become too melodramatic.
There is no such thing in teleserial, Rohit. And we are prime time.
Let's go back to the start of the scene.
Okay.
Why Radhabai is on the terrace? She comes there to collect the clothes, trying on the line. That's it. We can start with the sky overcast, ominous cloud, and it begins to rain. Radhabai runs down to collect the clothes. She spies the clothes on the shoulder. That's when she hears the racket. Went to the parapet, looks her daughter, sees her, recognizes her, and runs down. But it was pouring by the time she reaches the gate.
Very nice. The clothes keep falling off her shoulder as she races down. Superb.
When she reaches to her daughter, it is still lashing with rain.
Okay.
All the struggle to take the daughter in. The daughter screams and pulling her away. All that take place while the rain turns into the thunderstorm. Ultimately, her daughter pushes her away and runs her down. Literally melts away in the rain.
It's super short to end the episode with her melting away.
Actually, we can probably end the episode on Radha by collapsing the mud, calling out and weeping, but it's the rain blinds her and choking her calls.
Possibly, we can decide it on editing table. Either ending could be effective. Rohit, your great advantage is that you know lower middle class inside out.
I told you. She working for us.
Okay, tell me one thing. Will the daughter simply disappear in our serial as she did in real life?
No. We can keep them both waiting in the wings.
Okay. What's that in this? Excellent. Well, I should be off now. Incidentally, you and your wife must come and have dinner with us sometime soon.
Thanks. That would be lovely. But I'm afraid to say, Tapasya isn't in the town. She has gone to her parents and won't be coming to Bangalore for a couple of months. She is expecting a baby.
Oh, congratulations. When did she leave?
She left for Hyderabad, I guess. Yes, 10 days ago, on the 8th.
So we just missed her. What a pity. Well, Rohit,
Yes?
I like your work. And if we are to work together, I would like to clear something.
What is it?
I have a new girl on my staff, Isabel Pinto. She says she knows you.
Yes. We knew each other in Dharwad.
She told me she's good, intelligent, and immensely capable, but a bit fragile. Apparently, she went through a bad patch emotionally 2 years ago.
Oh, I heard that. I was in Germany when that happened. We were training.
She came to Bangalore 6 months ago and joined me. I don't want to lose her. I certainly don't want her to have a breakdown. She lives on her own in Bangalore. I feel protected. She says you have drunk her twice.
We were good friends. Ask her out to dinner.
She says she has already made it clear she doesn't want to see you. But you are, how shall I put it, bit persistent.
I could?
Please don't. I like you too, and I like to continue working with you, which is why I demand to know.
All right. We were almost engaged. And suddenly, she broke it off.
But she seemed to think you had broken it off when Tapasya's father financed your trip to Germany.
That was much later. My sister Vidula was on her way to US and I came with her to stay in the guest house of Tapasya's father's firm. That was enough for Isabel. She screamed at me.
Rohit, I don't want to go into the past. That is none of my concern.
Then why is this cross examination?
No. Just a plea. Since you like legal terms. Okay, you telephoned her 10 days ago.
I want to talk to her. Hopefully removed any bitterness she might have.
Rohit, Isabel has been in Bangalore for the past 6 months. But you telephoned her 10 days ago and invited her home to dinner. On the day your wife left for Hyderabad. But you didn't mention that you were alone at home. But she guessed. She knows you well, she says. Since then you have asked her again, twice within 10 days, in spite of her refusal. What she's make of it? She is vulnerable.
Do you expect me to invite her home when my wife is there to discuss my past relationships?
Rohit, I am 40. I came from Bangalore. I am from Odisha. I came from Bangalore for a reason of my own and built up my business. 3 years ago, I married a woman, a Muslim, 10 years younger. We got married when anti-Muslim rights were their worst because I offered her affection and security. There is nothing I don't know about harassment. Okay. Okay, bye Rohit. Oh yeah, please let me know when Tapasya is back. You two must come and have dinner with us. Okay, bye. Oh yes. Bring the baby along, please. We both love kids.
Bastard.
Haven't you heard this saga? Which one? Mukti gave mother a sari for her daughter's wedding. Ma hated it. In fact, it annoyed her so much that she gave it away to Radhabai. 2 months later, we invite Mukti over for lunch. And when Radhabai comes out to serve the food, what should she be wearing but?
Oh my god, you don't say. No use whispering, Vidula. My ears are still serviceable. But it wasn't my fault that it happened.
I have given you half a dozen saris. How would I know you would choose the one the day Mukti is here?
No one told me. I wouldn't have touched it if I had not.
Oh, come on. Don't get upset. Nobody is blaming you.
Was that Mukti right anyway?
The point is, every time Radhabai came out to serve a dish, Mukti would glare at the sari like this, so fiercely that it convinced Radhabai that something was wrong. To make matters worse, Ma started signaling Radhabai to go in and change. Radhabai finally just plonked the pot down and started searching through the folds. What's wrong? Is there a stain on the sari? Is it torn? I tell you, I could have died.
Don't worry, Ma. I will be buying on sari from now on. After all, you pay me enough.
I wish Ramdas was here. He would have been such a help. I don't know how we going to manage without him.
Don't worry, Father. Rohit is here now.
Will he manage? No experience, and you know what my situation is like. Like this, I can't run around. Ramdas would have been such an asset. At your wedding, he did all the running around.
I don't remember anybody running much at my wedding.
I'm glad my wedding is giving everyone chance to let off steam.
It has nothing to do with your wedding. Every year it's the same story. A few days after her arrival, she is normal, happy, laughing. But within 4 days, I don't know what goes wrong. One waits whole year long pinning to see the daughter's face. But within 4 days, her mood changes. And then, one word is too little. Two are too many.
Well, she has left her husband and son bound back home, bound to miss them.
Well, I don't know if this wedding will actually take place.
Don't say such horrible things.
Well, it will happen if it happens. But until then, can't we just pretend and have some laughter around here?
What did I say now? I just don't want any money to be wasted on us.
A wedding means expensive. One can't do without it. Look, 15 years have passed by. How long are you going to go on rubbing in it?
Rubbing it? See? That's why I said I should have stayed inside.
We said we'd take a loan. We'll work out some arrangements. Just give us some time. But you couldn't even wait for 3 months. You were in God's own hurry to get married and take off.
Hurry? Me? You think his bank would have waited for 3 months?
We couldn't come up with a big wedding overnight. All we asked was a little time.
Who asked for a big wedding?
What is it? What we discussing?
Ma, hey Makka, please.
Big? My poor husband. He said that he would be quite content with a small fire altar and 7-step around. And he was literally taken by his word. If he would have made a fuss, wouldn't you have given him a whole caboodle?
Hema, you were a witness. How I pleaded with your father. I almost fell at his feet. I said, our daughter and son-in-law are going abroad. Let's get some jewelry made for them. But has he ever listened to me? He just snarled at me. Our son-in-law isn't asking for anything. Why are you making such a fuss about?
And wasn't that convenient?
Look, I grew up in a poverty. My brother Ramdas and I, we struggled. We had to share a plate of gruel for a meal of that day quite often. We run from house to house for a free meal offered by our relatives. If it wasn't for a scholarship of our Saraswati Education Society.
Yes, leave that. Enough. We know all that. We have heard every word 1,000 times.
I just shouldn't open my mouth. That's the mistake I think I make. I had better go in.
It isn't 5 yet. They won't be home by now. Another half an hour would do. After that, the school would be over.
What is this, Hemaka? How often do you need to check on them? Poor brother-in-law is such a caring father. Why don't you just let him be?
Because he's so absent-minded. But only when it comes up to legit. If it's some bank affair, then there is no problem.
But to be the chief commercial officer? Wow! You don't know how proud we are of him. I mentioned it to Ashwin the other day. He said we Indians are about to take over the entire commercial world. Nowadays, all of the multinationals, international banks, corporations, they all have Indians in the top positions.
And you know why? Just because all these jobs are transferable jobs. And all these white wives refuse to trade after their husbands. But we Indian women, we are very obedient. Sati Savitri. Ever willing to follow into our husband's footsteps. Look at me. Melbourne, Josenberg, Singapore, even Sydney. These men might get all the good jobs, but I am in no better position than Ma.
Oh, Vivan, come in.
Yes, my book. I have come to return it. Hello, Rema auntie.
Who is this? I did not recognize it.
It's Vivan, son of Kaikini Chandrika.
Oh my God, how grown up you have gotten. You know, you were this high when I last saw you. My Ketan, my son is 2 years younger to you. Really?
I borrowed a book yesterday. I have come to return it. I saw you yesterday.
Madam Gauri, are you sure you should be reading this at your age?
I stand first in my class.
I'm sure you do, but you should at least wait it for 2-3 more years. My son is 2 years elder to you, but I would have never allowed him to read it.
I have read Nature Living Lover.
My God, you should be ashamed of yourself.
There is a letter for you.
For me? Where?
In the book.
In this book?
I saw you yesterday and let me sat down and typed it out on the laptop. Very personal.
Personal? How? What? This is... Oh my God, this is...
I will finish this by tomorrow. Until then, here. Another one. This one is even more personal.
Oh my God, this is...
Oh, darling, you don't know how I desire to crush you in my arms.
Don't.
Sorry, is that yours? I must say, good for you, boy.
Shut up.
I put it as reading the next line also. He says he wants to.
Don't.
After 15 years of marriage, you get such letters from brother-in-law. My fiancé hasn't even kissed me in a letter yet.
I must ring Sydney now.
Brother-in-law's letter seems to have a powerful effect on you.
It's ringing. Why isn't Ketan picking up yet? I hope he's alright.
Why shouldn't he be? He is old enough. Older than this Vivan.
That's what worries me.
There's nothing wrong with my hearing, ma. I heard you. But can't you see? Small istri phala nasa. I have been cooking since. I was trained by measures.
Stop. Now don't start again on your cooking expertise. I don't have time. I've told you so many times, just show me the measure before you put in the masala. But that's simply too demeaning for you. You are just too vain.
This is the third time today.
We are used to it.
Yes, I do just.
Enough. If I am to come and slave you in the kitchen, why do I need you here? Go, sit in that corner. And just collect your salary while I do your course.
What's wrong with her now? I don't understand. I know that Ma has a temper, but Radhabai, she's so quiet, so docile.
This has been going on for at least 6 months now.
If you're going to shout at you like this, just pack your bag and go back to your brother's place. I'll arrange for the ticket.
What will I do there? The 4 pence I have saved here.
What's wrong with Ma? Threatening to send Radhabai away just before the big tour. Has she gone mad?
Don't worry, nothing will happen. Ma won't send her away. Radhabai won't leave. But the squabbling goes on every day.
But all these 7 years, I've never seen her shout and scream like this before. Certainly, I see her shouting and bashing her head like a harriet. What's gone wrong?
I don't want you whimpering in the corner. You better leave now. Go.
If you say so, ma, you are the mistress here. Who am I to?
Radhabai, Ma, please, enough.
What have I done, Emma? What did I say? She keeps it ask me.
Radhabai, no one is asking you to leave. Just go in the backyard and cool your thoughts.
That's all that remains for to me.
Radhabai, you can go in the backyard and do whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
No one thing. Ma has answered for me, given me a roof over my head.
She has not done you any harm, but
Haven't done you harm? Then who is asking you to stay out there? I can't bear it anymore. There's only one way out, I say.
why? Send her home.
You think it's a big joke? She eats my life up.
But Ma, all this is so recent. This shouting and screaming, I've never seen her like this before.
This is all that television rubbish. That's why I said, going to her brother's place will do her good. They have no television there.
But Ma, it's only 3 weeks until the wedding.
Or so we think.
Never mind, I'll manage.
But Ma, are you sure that she is all right? Doesn't she see a psychiatrist?
No need of any fancy treatment. You all have turned her head by praising her to heaven. Such a marvelous cook, such a nice person. My so lucky. I think I'd better go somewhere in search of mental peace.
And she too heads for the kitchen.
There's enough to do there. Before she came, we had Nagappa. He was such a wonderful cook. He worked with us for 30 years, but never once raised his voice. This is what happened with female cooks. Nowadays, we don't get any male cooks any longer.
Nagappa didn't raise his voice, but a lot of his efforts went into raising skirts.
What? What did you say? But you were so little, I never thought.
He would touch one in the oddest spots.
My God, and we thought that you were safe with him. That's why we left you alone with him.
But you too, you were so much older.
They left their wives at home. Must get rid of the itch somehow.
Go ahead, Tiny was here.
That must be Rohit. What is this now?
Email.
Anything for me?
For whom?
For you.
For me? What is it? What is it, Rohit?
He is not coming on 13th. He is arriving on 17th.
17? You why?
But that's absurd. That will leave us no time. That will leave them no time. They need at least a week before.
That's what was agreed. It was all agreed by them. He had to come and meet Vidhu, spend some time together. Only if they like each other, then we had to go ahead with the wedding. If he comes that late, when is all that going to happen? We have to print invitation cards, inform our relatives. I can't.
He had already said that he doesn't want that all. He said, no ritual, no Vishnu Tamasa, nothing. Me and Vidhu agree, they will go directly to the registrar office and sign it. If they don't, they will shook their heads and be part. He will proceed to Malaysia and purchase his wedding.
Then why is he coming even a week in advance? Why not on the day of the wedding? They have seen each other on the video, talked on the mobile. Why to meet beforehand? They can be introduced to each other in the registrar's office.
I have assured our relatives that this marriage will happen. 99%. And we will inform everyone by email. The moment Vidhu and he will give the nod.
What's wrong with us? We live in the 21st century and we call ourselves educated. Rohit, how can we agree to such ludicrous arrangement? And I was informed at the tail end like an outsider. If I would have informed before, I would have just said, let's not.
They seemed happy working out the arrangement between themselves on videos, on mobile, and according to him, there is still no firm commitment.
No, I tell you, just let it call off. Vidhu will get 100 boys better than him. We didn't go to them begging for a bridegroom. They had asked for one. They took all the initiative, and now at the last minute.
Ma, please, let's be sensible.
No, I tell you, just let it call off.
No, we can't. We'll become the laughing stock of the town. We agreed to all of this, and now to break it off for no reason, I can't face it.
No reason. I met your mother only a couple of times before we got married. But at least we had met.
Let's get the invitation printed anyway.
Hey, these will not take half an hour in these days.
We have given a hefty advance to the wedding hall.
Appa, we won't lose that.
Is that what they're worried about? For goodness sake, I can't sleep at night. I wake up in the middle of the night shivering. It's like ice water being poured down my entrails.
Don't worry, I can understand. It must be dreadful. But even if you have the slightest doubt, after meeting with him for a couple of days.
Couple of days? You and brother-in-law going around for 2 years.
That doesn't help. Let me tell you, just before the wedding, I started to have running stomach. And I cried on Chandrakant's shoulder and begged him, let's postpone the date.
Did he agree?
To postpone? The daughter was born in 9.5 months to the date.
Ma, we are not here to discuss my marriage.
Let's face it, marriage is a gamble.
Rohit, I forgot to tell you. Isabel rang. She wants you to call her back.
I'm just about to go to round the bed. I will call her later. I need to take a half an hour sleep.
Who is Isabel?
His girlfriend.
Christian?
With a name like that, what do you think? Weird. This is the new thing he has started. Cat naps. Whenever there is a problem, he jumps into the bed.
Couldn't you find a suitable mate within our caste?
He is lucky he can actually fall asleep.
Hi darling, how are you? Are you school from? Yes. But I told your father. Of course he did not tell you. Is he home yet? Put Imelda on the phone. Tell her that I want to talk to her. She must be in some room talking to her boyfriend. Call her. Tell her that I want to speak to her. disaster. Look at this.
Oh, so you ate?
Let me see. Yes.
This is Vidula's birth certificate. The guard recognized me with her and then gave this to me. Have a look.
Seems okay to me.
But what?
What is it? I don't see anything wrong.
Just learn to concentrate.
There has been a mistake.
I'm glad you noticed. Where's Ma? She should see.
What is it, Hema?
A new problem.
Problem? That's all.
See, look at this. This is
I-
Vidula's birth
I've
certificate.
forgotten my glasses somewhere.
You are wearing them.
Oh, I never remember. Yes.
Let me show it to you. Look here. I just got it. This is Vidula's birth certificate. Every details and everything are fine. Where it mentions the father's name, it says Ramdas Nankarni. It mentions uncle.
Why should it say that?
I don't know. I just know that instead of father's name, it records uncle's.
Did you fill in the application form properly? I mean, sometimes you're so absent-minded.
Of course I filled it in correctly. Am I out of my mind to write uncle's name?
It's nothing to do with Hama.
The question is this: when Vidura was born, who went to the registrar office to record her birth?
You should have asked the clerk. They are all lazy blackguards. Perhaps they have done this to extract a bribe.
I did, Ma. Guy, he showed me the original registration. It says Ramdas even there.
You mean someone goofed while registering my birth?
Some goofer.
So who went to register my birth?
Ramdas uncle. It was his signature on the application.
Oh, that's so horrible. How can he let such a thing happen? Why did he do such a thing?
Ma, we'll just have to get it sorted out.
Oh no, God knows, Shiva.
What is it, Ma? What happened?
Don't you see? This was not a mistake. That's not possible. It was deliberate. He knew we would know the certificate someday. He knew we would apply for it. So he put in his name, knowing sooner or later everyone will look at him. The rascal.
Ma, don't.
He meant to blacken our faces. But why? I used to love him so much. Whenever he was in trouble, he bailed him out. And now, if he comes to know that, he'll die of shame. I can't bear it.
Appa didn't know.
How do you mean?
And we have to give it for properly correction. And I can counterfeit his signature. I have to do it all the time.
You will have to get the signature notarized. You know that, right? Forgery and bribes. These all are criminal offense. You know that, right?
I have to have a shower. You know, this is India, not Australia. We have the solution for every problem.
Mother,
She's resting.
I have never seen her sleep during daytimes.
Let her be.
If she not well, let her lie down. My father-in-law used
Enough about your father-in-law.
Getting married seems like such a hassle. I never thought.
Don't worry. Haven't I told you all marriages are like that?
She won't let me be for a single minute.
Why are you rolled up in a ball like this?
I feel so dirty, filthy, polluted.
What has gotten into you now?
How could Ramna's uncle do such a thing on Ma? It is such a mean thing to do. So vicious. Why do you think he did that?
I don't know. He must be settling up some scores with Appa.
But Appa loves him, talks of him with such affection. Do you think
what?
Do you think he had his eyes on Ma?
Could be. She was very good looking.
Doesn't that bother you? Uncle used to stay here with them, and him eyeing Ma like that, doesn't it make you squirm?
Let me tell you one story. While I was getting married, I saw my father-in-law eyeing at me. And boy, I was glad that I was leaving to Australia with Chandrakant. These men are sometimes some behave like this. It always happens. Doesn't, but you don't have to worry about it. We'll have to sort it out. You tell me. Now, what worries you more? Sometimes I just remember Radhabai doing all these things like this. And then, what gets into her while when she starts? I do not understand that.
It's all that television.
What?
Hasn't Ma told you this story?
Has Ma given me a single straight answer since my arrival?
Alright. Well, one day, Ma and Radhabai were watching television. Some serial. A mother sacrifices her life to save her daughters. Some melodramatic situation like that. Ma says it was terribly banal. But Radhabai suddenly stood up, switched off the telly, and started railing against all the people who were hounding her. Why are these bastards after me? Why won't they just let me be? And so on, in the foulest language.
Really?
Ma had to give her a sedative and pack her off to bed. Anyway, the next day Radhabai revealed her secret sorrow. She had a daughter.
Radhabai? You knew nothing of this.
Quiet, Yamuna. They used to live in the village. They were so poor that the daughter, Yamuna, had to come to Bangalore looking for a job. Found a nice one too. Used to send a fair amount back home. But then Radhabai's husband died and she too came to Bangalore and took up a job as a cook with a family in Malleshwaram. And the day after her arrival, a messenger came and escorted Radhabai to her daughter's house. And when she went there, what should she find? Her daughter was being maintained by a rich trader.
Oh my God, you mean that she was his concubine? That is so terrible.
So the mother and the daughter met and they continued to meet. But Radhabai wanted to keep her job. So she did not disclose about her daughter to the family she worked for. This went on for a couple of years. Then suddenly, there was no communication from the daughter's side. No phone calls, no messages. So Radhabai went to her house. And what does she find? A lock on the door. The house was deserted. The neighbors tell her that the trader had suddenly died and the young lady living there had been thrown out by his family. She was gone.
Oh my God, did they ever find out what happened to her daughter?
Wait, I'm coming to that. One day Radhabai was on the terrace doing some work when she heard the kids screaming and cackling in the street. She went down to look and she saw what? Yamuna. She was standing there in the middle of the road calling out to her mother. The kids were laughing and throwing stone at her. Her sari was in tatters. Her hair was loose and dirty. The kids were hurling abuses at her. And then she finally asked the passerby, where is my mother's house? Calling out of her senses, Amma, Amma.
Oh my God, that's so heart-rending.
Radhabai called out, but the daughter could not hear. You know the traffic in Bangalore. So Radhabai ran down to the street. But by the time she reached there, the daughter had vanished. Disappeared into the thin air. That was the last Radhabai ever saw of her daughter.
That's so sad. We knew nothing about this.
Radhabai too had tried to put it away, tried to forget it. But that episode must have brought it all back. Since then it has been like that. Sudden bouts of shouting, sudden tantrums and so on.
That's so terrible. I must talk to Samyukta.
Well, one good thing is come out of her story.
What?
Have you to notice? She never talked about her daughter. She had never run since her arrival. Only talked about her sonny boy kid and kid and kid.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Ma, I'm going to the market. Do you want me to bring something? Don't let me out later again.
Oh, thank God, Rohit. You haven't left yet. I was reading the drawer and thinking. You have to get a stamp paper, get it right up and let Appa write out an affidavit, get it notarized and all that headache. How long is it going to take?
God alone knows.
So all those headaches, I was thinking, would it matter?
Would what matters?
Would it matter if we left things as they are?
What do you mean?
I mean, all these years, we didn't know what was in the corporation file. So why can't we leave Ramdas' name on the certificate?
Ma, we have to give the right details to passport authorities.
Does the father's name appear on the passport?
Yes, it does.
Oh, well then. We have to go on through this headache. I was wondering if all the bother was worth it.
So you mean we go ahead with Uncle Ramdas' name as East in my passport? I won't.
I don't want your papa getting hurt. I can't bear it. So why can't we leave it what is in the certificate?
Did you hear that? Ma, saying we leave it as it is. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can. You know, Papa has a bad temper. And he was nervous to use his hand against Ma. Apparently, Uncle Ramdas couldn't stand that. And he never let Appa to use his hand when he is around.
Yes, one time Uncle Ramdas got so wild that he was about to beat up Appa.
But Ma saying that we live with a lie?
Ma can be so strange, so cagey. Since my arrival, I have asked her twice every day what is wrong with Radhabai, but she never gave me an answer once.
She probably thought it was not worth mentioning.
Ma has always been very distant with me, secretive even.
Listen, you should try and forget all those old grudges.
Why should I? When Appa was transferred to Sarsi, I had to stay with Bhavni auntie for 2 years. When Appa was transferred to Bangalpur, I had to pack off to Amba auntie. And you two spend your entire childhood with them.
Look, Appa has to transfer every year. If they have lugged you as they did with us, you were not able to complete your education. They have to keep you one place for completing your schooling.
But I never had a mother when I needed her. Try to understand that.
I am going to the market and to purchase a poster. Start over.
Not on that note. This is my wedding. My own, if at all, wedding. I demand some joy around here. Some celebration. Let's just get together and sing and dance. Please, at least once. I insist.
Yes, right you home. Let's sing and dance. Which song do you want? Next Future Nasalanda?
No, the one they taught us in the convent school in Sarsi. I was a young little boy.
To visit us today?
Who?
The boy from America.
Ashwin? Of course not.
Then who is coming?
No one is coming.
Then why you are changing this cushion cover? It's the third set you have changed since this morning.
No one is coming. I don't know what else to do.
That's certainly something new.
I'm all jittery. With Vidhu sitting there all alone with him, a total stranger. She is so unsure of herself. I don't know why she has to be like that.
It's Hema. She was always confident, and Vidhu developed their self-image contrary to her. Children define them against to each other. We parents are irrelevant to growing their up.
I'm all jittery. What is it?
The account what we spent on Hema's wedding.
Hema wedding bike?
And I just want to settle the argument. Just once and all of you.
Are we going to discuss Hema's wedding expenses now?
She's like overdoing. I'm tired of her nagging. How nothing is spent on her wedding.
Have you all gone mad? Digging into 15-year-old account?
I didn't mean, but you know, she goes on.
Let her say what she says. She has suffered a lot. And so have we. Now put it away.
Well, if you don't want me to, you at least take a look. It won't take a minute. Ramdas was speaking a pen in his account.
Ramdas. I regret the day I laid my eyes on him.
Well, what's that in it? I am.
You go about Ramdas about your brother Lila. Go on helping him. But have you ever wondered what he thought of you?
I
He
know.
hated you for it.
I knew that, okay.
You did.
Yes, but poor chap, nothing went right for him. He was smarter than me, good looking, good at anything. But what I to do? He was my brother. I always support to him. Then why are you wrecking all of this now?
It's my nerves. I don't know why his mobile is still switched off. Are they still in the restaurant? I hope not. I told Hema and Rohit. Told them clearly. Wait till the atmosphere eases a bit. Let them start talking to one another. Then you leave. Hema is very tactful. She'll know when to leave.
I remember one day when you were feeding her or bathing her or something like that. Vidhu was hauling away. I was passed by and said in a gruff voice, "Who is that crying?" Then Vidhu turns to me and gave me a big smile and said, "It's me, Appa," and went back for her hauling.
You got it, Appa. And Tiva.
I told Hema. Every time when we were transferred, Vidhu would insist on being carried on my waist, going round the house, bidding bye-bye to every light bulb in the house. Bye-bye bulb to the bulb in the kitchen, bye-bye bulb to the bulb in the bathroom, bye-bye bulb to the bulb in the garage. Every 6 months, every light bulb. She spent her whole childhood saying goodbye to light fixtures. My poor baby.
Why are you making such a fuss? Every government servant moved to a new place where he was transferred. That's the system. We weren't out for harassment.
You didn't have to be. You could have done better, much better. You were so good at your job.
I know. I was good at it. So,
In Hubli, how I pleaded with you. Just resign and start your private practice. You had built such a good reputation there.
you mean I have should resign from government service when we had 3 children? Was I insane to take to the permit with the whole family?
Payment? That Dr. Shanbag resigned and begged you to join him as a partner. Now he has a 2-story building for his hospital and a big palatial house. But you did want to take this. You were too timid. Vidhu has taken only after you. We blame her.
So it's all my fault.
Yes. After 40 years of struggling, what do we have now? Not even a house of our own.
If you are worried about that house, I will say Hema. She says she is willing to buy this house for us.
No, not at all. We sent her like orphan from one aunt's house to another. At her marriage time also, we spent her empty-handed. Now this? No.
Enough. I said enough. I don't want to hear anymore. I have had enough. After the lifetime of slaving for you, put my finger, bone to the family, slogging day and night. This is the gratitude. Get from you all. What is this?
What's happening? What's this?
Nothing. Quiet and peaceful. After the 40 years of marriage, what is left there to talk?
What is it, Hema?
Nothing, Ma. Everything is all right. Rohit and I sat there for a while and then we left.
What is the boy like?
You have seen him in the videos, exactly like that. Better looking, friendly.
Thank God. Now we can relax. Put those cushion covers away.
It's what happened between them that matters.
God blesses. Didn't I tell you everything will turn out right?
Yes, Radhabai, your groceries. Ma, your bulbs.
Radhabai, bring me a step ladder, please. I want to put a new bulb in Vidhu's room.
Ma, Rohit is paying for the cab. Let him do it.
3 children. All are married and abroad. Have I told you about my friend Pandey?
No, I don't think so. Tell me.
He had 3 children in the US. His kidney packed up. He was on the deathbed. So the first son took a leave and came. Waited for a month. But Pandey wouldn't die. So he went back. Next time, Manish was critical. So the second son come and waited. Used up his holiday, but Manish wouldn't oblige. Then third son apparently told his mother, if father doesn't die, I can't come for 2 years. I have promised a holiday in Maldives next year with my family.
No, Papa, how could you say such a foolish thing on such happy occasion?
I just remember it.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. Waiting after a long time.
Yeah, quite long.
Yeah. Please. Please. Come. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please have a seat.
Oh, thank you. Okay, good day.
Thank you so much.
So, how's life?
Going good. What about you?
Mine's okay. Actually, all the time we are discussing over video calling and all that, but today we are face to face. There's a lot of difference. Beautiful.
Thank you.
And one thing I think, you must be thinking that I'm not much affable with you, giving you more details about US life. At the same time, you are upset also because of not speaking much more about our future together. And also, I don't know, it's your assumption, but it's not that. It's not that. I am social. I do social. Actually, when I came to US, I had two things with me. One is my brain and one my charming watch. So in that way, what happened actually? My upbringings, my brought up, the way I brought up, my upbringings, my family trend helped me a lot in living up in US. I have friends. I influence people. A lot of friends influence people, admire people, charm people, everything. This is me, a real. Yes, of course, these days I am passing through a crisis, a spiritual crisis. There's an inferno inside me like a volcano. You have to give an effort, intellectual effort to understand me, a real me. And moreover, if you marry me, you have to share a turmoil inside me, a big turmoil inside me. After all, you will enrich. Of course, I am a very big person, a rich person in US. I have a lot of amenities, all the amenities I am having there. But alas, I must say you that I was not a brighter student in my study days. My friends were many more brighter than me. But where are they? Right now, where are they? I made my own fortune in US because I love US. US is a place. It's a place of opportunity. It's a place of fortune. These days, we Indians are there. Once there was a Jews who used to rule them. Now what we think, in short period or shortly, we Indian will take over the entire economy of US. My American friends, my colleagues, they all speak that we Indian are honest, hard labor, peace loving, everything. I feel proud. I feel proud when I heard all these things. one thing only. My past. I drunk life when it was. I had girlfriends. I had mistress one night stay. Many more things I had in this. Has a social connection, a gorgeous life. But after some time I felt that it's had no value. It's totally empty of values. When I compare it with our Indian spirituality, our Hindu spirituality, I found that it is totally empty. Nothing is there. A day will come when we and our spirituality, our ancient culture and civilization will lead the world. That is why I believe that we Indian, yourself, me, our all Indian, they carries a value of innocence, purity. Like you see, woman, Indian woman are as mother, daughter, sister, and what not. They always carry a value of innocence and purity. And that's the reason I came here to find my life partner. I know that carrying all these values of life is not so easy. But yet, we Indian are carries that value which is Western people do not have. Yes, but Western people have a lot of plans, they can plan something, they can do something. But when spirituality is considered, they don't have that our spirituality and our civilization. My entire this journey is not only for marriage. It is a mission. I cannot explain the things. I took it as a mission of spirituality, because India is a world mart of spirituality, My mission is whosoever will be my partner, my life partner, she must carry these values so that we can guide our Western peace. Now, one more thing. I'm very disturbed. You till date did not have your passport. Why? Because are you not interested to move away? Then why? Why till date you have not done your passport? And your parents, what they were doing for these days? If we agree to marry, anyway we have to flee away. You have to go there. And if you go there, how can you go there without passport and without visa? That means after marriage I have to go alone. And you will be remaining here till your passport and visa is not done. Isn't it? That is the reason I was worried about how can I become your life partner, taking you US until you have your passport and visas. Hope you understand. You see, whatever I have spoken to you over video calling was not enough. Not it. But today, whatever I said you all. Whatever in my mind, whatever I was, about my entire self-matter. Now, it's up to you. If you accept it, okay, gladly accept it. If you don't accept it or disagree with me, So please feel free, please feel free to say no or yes. I won't mind. I won't mind because after all, your emotion, your decision is also the thing. Isn't it? Now, whatever I have to said, I have said you. Now it's up to you. Take time. Take time and at least for some time, take time and be clear and concept whatever you want to show, whatever your big decision. That's all.
Please wait. We are coming. Don't make such a racket. We are just coming. Please wait. Rohit, Vidula, the cab is here. Radhabai, please sit on the lift. The lift won't close.
Where is one? Resting poor, setting a daughter with.
While we are at the station, you know Vivan, the boy next door?
The Boris books is every day.
Yes, that's so. If he comes and gives you a book, just keep it aside and don't give it to anyone else.
Who easily can.
Rohit!
Have you talked to her?
No, I haven't. But I will.
So when she that is going to be happening? On the station platform? Please, don't leave it on me. I can't do that. I won't.
Vidula, what's wrong with her? I don't understand. You have put your maiden name on all these labels?
Oh no, I forgot.
You forgot to put your married name?
No. It's just that I'm uncertain of what my legal name actually is. Doesn't matter, hey Makka. Ashwin says I should retain my maiden name.
I suppose you can do that once you are in the States. But right now, your ticket and your passport both has your married name.
Since this business about Uncle Ramdas, I'm quite unsure of who I actually am. Alright, I'll correct the labels. Do you have a pen? Let me fetch one.
No, silly, not right now. You can do it in Bangalore. You will have the whole day over there. But Rohit and I want to talk to you about something. Sit.
Now, aren't we getting late?
Rohit, could you come here for a moment? We should not discuss something like this in a rush. But you know how it is. The last minute is running out. And I do not know how to discuss all these things. Sit down.
Sounds ominous. All this seriousness. Funeral?
Shut up. How could you say such a ghoulish thing? I wanted to talk to you about Ashwin and you. How are things between you two?
You know how it is. 8 days in a hotel? Was it intimacy? Getting to know each other? I don't know.
But you said he barely spoke to you?
There was nothing to discuss. Can't blame him. He said we'll get to know each other once I get over there. Fair enough.
Yes, now that you are going there, I know that everything is going to be alright. But if things doesn't work out with you two,
If they don't,
Don't be approved. He has not exactly been overcome yet. Barely half a dozen short emails in all these weeks. Hardly any calls.
I told him he's waiting for me.
don't worry. I know that everything is going to be alright. But if you find for even single minute that you cannot live with him,
Shouldn't I be able to live with him?
What she is trying to say you is that at any moment you wish to divorce Ashwin and come back, don't hesitate to do so.
leave him and come back. You are women and we don't want you to suffer in silence. Don't fear that what people might think or what everybody might say. We are with you in anything that you decide.
We live in a modern world and divorce is okay. It's no shame.
I'll never divorce Ashwin.
We aren't asking you to.
Of course, we would be the happiest if it didn't come to that.
Ashwin may not speak much, but he was clear about what he expected from this marriage. And I agreed with him. I gave him my word. I have given up eating fish.
I noticed.
Look, you're always grumbling about how indecisive I am. For this once, I'm going to be decisive. Aren't you happy?
What about his side?
Of the bargain, I trust him. He's my husband after all. Shouldn't we leave? We are getting late. Don't worry, I'll be alright.
That's done.
Mom, aren't you finished yet?
Incidentally, Hemakka, thank you for staying a week after my departure. Ma needs you more than she has ever needed me. Always, more than you can give her credit for.
Okay, if you say so. Just after you leave, tomorrow when we are alone, the first question I'm going to ask her is what's wrong with Radhabai. Let's see if I get a straight answer.
Vidu, come for the Aarti.
Face the east, Vidu.
Ma, I will see you at the station. Okay, Appa? I will see Vidu off in Bangalore and be back in 2 days.
Bidu, marriage is a gamble. That's the fact. No escape. Marriage is a gamble.
It's time for you to go now, and we haven't even sat together and talked. Our lives are over. What can I say now? My father wouldn't let me finish college, and Hema arrived soon, and then you all. Just rush. I had no time for you children. I achieved nothing in my life, but I hope you daughters could do something. There are lots of today's world, but we never even dreamt of such a world. But Hema, she did nothing with her good looks and intelligence. You don't do the same thing with your life. I heard there are lots of opening in America. They can take courses in painting, ceramics, pottery, music and so on. Don't waste your talent in just literature. I know you are capable of doing anything. God gave me such lovely children, but I could give them no guidance. Don't do the same thing with your life.
Goodbye. Radhabai, here. No, not the time for me.
Appa, we'll be back soon. Don't get anxious.
Before we all are part, let me tell you, she is being unfair to herself. If we are all gathered together here, the credit must goes to your mother. In my job, I was transferred in every 6 months from a small town to another. 3 children, my salary, there was nothing left after the household expenses. But she never asked for me anything for herself.
They have left, Appa?
Let finish my word. Yet we never acknowledge their sacrifice, her skill management, her.
Shall we go in?
We shall go to the station.
Oh, you! She has gone to the station.
I know, I saw them go. That's why I came in. I mean, I didn't want to disturb them. I only have to return the book.
They should be back in half an hour.
That's it. I mean, you please tell her. I won't be borrowing anymore. My friend Ambuja has come to her grandparents in Reddy Colony. She is going to be here through the vacation. We are going to the picnic tomorrow and the day after we plan to.
I won't remember all that.
That's just it. I can't come tomorrow or ever again.
But this is planned. You forgetting to write your message?
No. She wanted it then. Just give it to her. Please.
You can't keep a grown-up daughter at home, can you? I leaned across the parapet to see what was going on. There she was, this mad woman, star-raving mad, shouting foul abuses at the kids. They were throwing stones at her. It took me a few minutes to recognize her. Yamuna? She was children. I crawled back to my kitchen, safe. I had soaked rubber beans that day. My mistress's family adored the baby I made in rubber beans, particularly the children. It's not easy to get the flavor right. 4 red chilies and some tamarind paste. Grind them well. Put in a handful of fresh coconuts. 2 to 3 tricolas will do. Then add vinegar of garlic. The vinegar has to be the right shade of brown. Mind it. That's the trick. I don't keep darling myself, but the children love it. Then a bit of salt. Again, you have to have precise eye judgment.